Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I do want to apologize. I have not been able to get a faith couple of faith videos up recently. I have been swamped. I'm trying to get things ready to go out of town, and budget videos are a lot easier than faith videos to do. It takes a lot of energy to do the faith ones because it's me walking out my actual faith with you guys. So I'm going to pause for July, and then hopefully starting in August, I'll get started again with the prayerful planner, scripture writing, and journaling prompt. So yeah, it's just been a crazy time because actually today I'm going on vacation and get ready to get on the road. But before I got on the road, I wanted to get this recorded, and hopefully I'll get this up to you in a timely manner. So Paycheck 2 happened this morning. I'm sorry, Paycheck 3 happened this morning. We're going to close out Paycheck 2, and we're going to set up Paycheck 3 over here for the month of July. So I am really excited to get started, and so let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, here we are, Paycheck 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the actual total here, and because my Paycheck 2 took a couple pages, I needed a little more room over here. I'll move the total over here, and then we'll do at the bottom where you can see I've got already covered. I was doing the math ahead of time, make sure it balanced right, and I wrote it down, and I didn't mean to, so I wanted to do that on camera with you guys. So I have gone over the numbers, but I'm going to do them again with you guys so you can see how things turned out for Paycheck 2, and a lot of things were going on. So my husband's income and what was in the bank balanced forward from Paycheck 1, and we did get a child tax credit, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's go ahead and total this up. $1,439.17 plus the $4,746.68 plus $250. So I do have a 17-year-old son. He turned 17 June 9th. So that was his birthday, and we still qualify for the tax credit. So yeah, we went ahead and let it go ahead and go to our bank account. Now the child tax credit, if it does interfere with our tax returns next year, and say we owe, I'm just going to save this for the taxes next year, and then if we owe any taxes, this is where it's going to come from. If not, well, because we don't need it right away, and I'm not sure what to do with it, so that's what we're going to do. I don't have any specific urgent needs for it for my son, so I figured the best thing to do is save it. So here we go, $6,435.85. Now, I don't know what happened to this check from June 24th. I'm just going to keep carrying it over until we declare it dead. But I think he lost it. So I'm just going to keep doing that until he and I make a decision on what to do. Geico came out, Tithe came out, Electric came out, Vivint came out just the other day. Actually, it did not come out. It's going to come out in Paycheck 3. I forgot. That's why I left it blank. Okay, so this is going to go 0, and that's an auto draft, so I really don't have to pay it. It just automatically comes out. But I wasn't thinking there. So let's go over the spending categories that I had here. So grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, and gasoline. I did my weekly check-in, which is already posted, so we're going to put those totals here. Spent $346.94. This is for week 2 and week 3 of the weekly check-in. That's where I get these numbers from. Let's see, $377.10 for restaurants. We've been going out a lot, and then some nicer places. So there's that. $243 and 84 cents. So 84 cents and $92.51. So there's that. So let's go ahead and go across and see how much money was left. So $95.16 minus the $346.94, and that gives me $348.22. Now I'm over in restaurants, so I'm going to need my red pen for that. $275.43 minus the $377.10, and that gives us an overage of $101.67, which is really compensated from the grocery household. Instead of buying groceries and cooking, we're eating out. So luckily they kind of covered each other, and it's just the decision we decided to make because of how busy our life was during that time. So here we go. This is under $253.18 minus the $243.84. And that left us with $9.34, which is good. I kept my miscellaneous under control. And then gas wasn't too bad. $152.22 minus the $92.51, and that gives us a $59 overage here, and that will balance forward to next paycheck. So $59.71. There we go. So I'm going to mark 0 here, and what I was doing, and the reason I wrote it out in this way, to give myself a lower amount for buffer in the checking account, is I needed this money to go to paycheck 3. So I didn't take that out, I didn't take that out, and I didn't take that out. I just let it sit in a checking account. But this was to remind me that I didn't want to spend these categories or this money because of specific reasons. And I wrote child tax credit here at the bottom, but then it didn't make sense to do that. So I'm just going to put that with paycheck 3. I just want to make sure the deposit is accounted for. Not so much that I needed to save it. I knew that I needed to save it, so I kind of left it like that. So $447.61. That was something my husband purchased on the credit card, and he gave me the cash, and it was just sitting there. I will use that cash plus what we spent on the credit card normally as a family, and you'll see that in sinking fund, savings tracker, credit card log video. I do all 3 of those in one video. 406, that's just going to go into the savings account, and then the 1480.68, that is going to go, that stays in the checking account for us to use while we're traveling on vacation. So I'll probably be logging that, and you'll see more of that, but we'll see how I do that. Here, paycheck 2, get that kind of on the screen for you. So that number from the deposits, so we can have it on the actual column, is $6,435.85. I had 2 unbudgeted, Hopewell, and then Candid Color Photography, and this is my son's senior photos that I had to schedule a sitting fee with the other day, and I wasn't expecting it. I didn't realize we were going to do senior stuff already. So there's that. So now I'm going to go ahead and take these totals and just kind of total up exactly our expenses. So our actual number, and I'm going to double check and reveal whether my actuals actually match what I wrote down yesterday, of expenses was $2,862.88. That's what I actually spent out of the checking account. And let me kind of reveal under this. And did I get the same number? I did. Very cool. So I'm still tracking on my math. If you take this number and make it a negative, and then you go to the top and you add this number here, 643,585. There we go. This is what I had sitting in my bank account when before paycheck 3 actually got deposited. So this is what we had, and that is the number I came up with and wrote down yesterday. So we are check and check. Paycheck 2 is closed out, and we are doing good. So now what I need to do is go to my paycheck 3 and set up how paycheck 3 is going to look. So that's just kind of sitting there. Here we go. So paycheck 3, what I'm going to do is balance forward this amount that I had from paycheck 2, and because that's what was sitting in the checking account before my husband got his salary check. So balance forward is what I call it. And that was, and this is the actual, not just the budget, so $3,572.97. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it over here too, 7297, because I know it's the actual. Okay, so next I have my husband's salary check. Now, my husband, when he got paid on Paycheck 2, it was an overtime travel reimbursement. I'm trying to find the sheet. And let's see, and overtime travel reimbursement and salary all combined. So that was all together, and then I moved money around to compensate for things, which is why my husband's travel reimbursement, $406 of that, I wanted to go back to savings for travel expense. So when he, so we can keep it separate until he needs it next time he travels. That's just how we don't worry about running out of money because of expenses that he need to pay, because we keep a savings of $800 of that amount, and that's in our savings account. And you'll see how I categorize that in my savings tracker and sinking funds video. So that's where I keep that. Salary check was, and it was just a penny more, and I think that was just an adjustment for taxes, $2,313.29 instead of 28 cents, which is fine. It just balances out that way. And this is actually the actual. So 231,329. There we go. So nothing changed with that. I have a couple more lines. If a couple more things happen, I can do that. And then I'm going to go down here and I am going to write out all our bills, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the money. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So this is what I've got going on. There was an unexpected expense, and I have an Amico charge card here. You're going to see a purchase for that. My husband needed, something was wrong with his brakes. I don't know what it was, but they had to do something. So that I'll talk about in just a minute, which is the only real new thing that I've got going on here. So Boss L&L is Land and Lawn, and that is our landscaper, and this mysterious check, I don't know where it went. And so I'm hoping he finds it and cashes it. If not, I might have to put a stop payment on it, which I don't want to do, which is, you know, a lot of money. I think it's $25 when you stop a check payment. Let's see. Vivint is, I've got the wrong list. I'm looking at my notes over here. Is 56.46. Paycheck deposited this morning, and that cleared, so we're good to go there. I have 380.66, and then I have child tax credit. I put that in savings, 250, and that's going to go with which savings did I put it in? I think I put it in where the emergency fund, and oh no, I think I put it in with sinking funds. That's where I put it. I'm just going to put it there and make it like a tax sinking fund. And then city utilities, that is $97.56. Oops. Every other month we get a bill, and this month for July we got a bill. So I paid what was left. I normally just put $100, and you can see how close that comes to it. And so it's just a few dollars difference, either over or under. Sprint for 4 cell phones that are already paid for, $287.78, and we have unlimited text and data and all the good things for that. And then Visa is going to get $828.03, and that includes the $447.61 charge. I was just saving that money, and then in Paycheck 3 is usually when I pay the Visa, so the rest of the charges are total up to this amount. So that's what that is right there. Tithe is $310. It's just our normal Giving to the church, Verizon is $82.71. That stays the same pretty much every month. Now the total budget I came up with, if you watched my weekly check-in, I ended my grocery household over $600 and some dollars. I reduced that so I can have some wiggle room here for vacation and stuff like that. So the number now is $476.50. So that's what I'm giving myself, but I also have a certain amount for vacation that can cover that as well if I need more. Restaurants, $60.83, which is pretty much spent now because we ordered pizza last night. And let's see, $146.84 for miscellaneous, and then $122.21 for gasoline. So what's going to end up happening in these categories as I spend during vacation is I will deplete these to close to zero as possible, and then I will take out in the amount of vacation, which right now I have setting at, get this sticky note here, and I'm not going to write a vacation amount on here. I'm just going to leave it in the checking account like a buffer and just keep an eye on it. But I have $1,140.58 to spend over vacation plus these spending categories. So that gives me about $1,500, and that's fine. I'm gone 4 or 5 days, and it'll cover hotel and it'll cover everything else. So travel expense savings, what was reimbursed was $406. And so I'm putting that back in savings until my husband travels again. And then we have AMCO, and part of the reason I lowered our groceries and lowered our vacation money was to cover the cost of this AMCO charge that we made on our credit card. By the end of the month, I'll make this payment, and it was $705.10. And that was to cover some brake problems that they were seeing, and during a state inspection that they did on my husband's car, and so they had to take care of that. So there is that. So I've got that covered. So what we're going to do is we're going to total the income, which I forgot to write down earlier, and that is $3,572.97 plus the $2,313.29, and that gives us $5,886.26. And I'm just going to write it twice. Well, no, I'm not, because I might get something else might come up if something else comes up. If not, it'll stay the same, which is perfectly fine. And then we're going to go through and total up all these expenses and then find out what I have left available in the buffer, the checking account for vacation as we're traveling. And we're just traveling to see family. We're not going anywhere where we're just parks and souvenirs and stuff. We're staying in a hotel. We're going to visit a few family members, and then we're coming back, and that's all we're really doing. So here we go. Okay, so here is my total expenses. I'm going to write this down here. Hopefully it's accurate. I'm kind of rushing through this a little bit because we got to get on the road. But $4,265.77. Make that a negative. Add it to this $5,886.26. And that gives me $1,620.49. All right, so that is that. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom us out and get my sheets back in my notebook, and we'll close out this video. Okay, that is it. I have my Paycheck 2 closed out. I have my Paycheck 3 set up. I know exactly how much is in the buffer in my checking account, and I know all this should be coming out, hopefully, and everything should be smooth. So we are good to go as far as what's going to happen for the rest of July until August 1st paychecks start showing up. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. And I hope you have an amazing summer. Bye.